Dirttime channel. I'm Alan Halcon.
And I'm Christopher Niergesh.
Hey, for the first time I'm not wearing a hat.
Oh
Now they
my
get to
God.
see my beautiful bald
It's a
head.
good thing we're in the shade, otherwise it'd be too shiny for the
Yeah,
camera.
well, I mean, just take a look at what's going on with my hat as we're shooting today. It's just getting beaded up with sweat here. So
Why don't you let your hair grow out? Okay, carry
Bald
on.
is sexy.
It is?
I think so.
Okay, well, it works for you and dude, I guess. So Alan's going to show me his not a survival kit, his first aid kit today. I guess it is a survival kit of sorts.
Well, yeah, when you think of the word survival, what does survival mean to you?
Keep the body alive, keep the body functioning in all adverse conditions.
In a survival situation, clearly is a direct threat to life.
Right, right.
So
I don't have a really a good complete survival kit. I keep saying survival kit. I don't have a really good first aid kit like you do. I have a rattlesnake kit. I carry a lot of band-aids for scratches and things. So you have a lot of unusual looking things.
yeah, I mean, I have the typical stuff in here, you know, band-aids, tape, gauze, the whole 9 yards, but I want to talk about some of the items that are not commonly found in a first aid kit.
Okay, now is this first aid kit, is this purchased as a first aid kit, or
no,
you made it yourself?
I put it together.
You put it together.
I put it together.
And how did you determine what to include in your first aid kit?
Well, first of all, as some people know, I'm a certified first aid instructor for ECSI
Did everybody
and
know
the Red
that?
Cross.
I don't think anybody knew that at all.
Wilderness first aid instructor, CERT instructor,
Okay.
tactical combat casualty care instructor,
Okay.
just all kinds of medical type
Okay,
instruction.
whatever the acronyms are, you've got it.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
not all of them, just some of them.
Okay.
Anyway, some of
This looks like what the druggies use for shooting up.
yeah, they just put this around their arm, and that way they can
Shoot up. So why do
palpate
you have it?
well, because just in case I run across a druggie, this might make a good barter item for them.
That's not why he has
No,
it.
that is absolutely not why I have
That's not
it.
why he has it.
Some of the more unusual items, I didn't want to get into some of the stuff that a lot of people already carry,
Right.
but some of the more esoteric items. For instance, we have a 60cc syringe.
Okay.
What do you think this might be used for?
There's a needle in there too?
No, there's no needle.
No needle?
This is an irrigation syringe for wounds. So if you cut yourself,
you wash out the wound.
you wash out the wound, you're going to want to use some sterile water.
Okay, and it directs the water right to the
Oh yeah,
point.
and this thing is under a lot of pressure. When you use this thing, it is under a lot of pressure.
Would you use it for dirt in the eyes and things too?
It'd be too much pressure.
Too much, so just wounds.
Just wounds.
Okay.
You want to get rid of as much as the dirt and debris inside that wound before you attempt to dress it.
So I saw Hunger Games last night. This would have helped clean out some of the wounds that I saw.
You know, I have not seen that movie yet.
Okay, well, you got to see it. Then we're going to talk about it.
Well, I was planning on going today. You know, maybe.
You should go see it. It's a harsh movie. It's not a G movie, but I don't think it is a G movie. But anyway, that's another story.
Anyway, 60cc syringe for
Okay.
irrigating a wound. Just
Okay.
clean it out as best as possible. We have a compression bandage here. This is an Israeli
I thought
bandage.
it was a space blanket.
Well, no, but it's vacuum sealed like one.
Okay.
It's an Israeli bandage. These are great. We'll
You
do
were
another.
demonstrating these at Dirttime.
Yeah,
weren't you?
and we'll go into another segment about this.
Okay.
I absolutely advocate carrying a tourniquet in the outdoors.
Oh, it's a tourniquet.
This is exactly what it is. I've already done a video on the tourniquet with Dude, but I mean, let's be realistic. In the outdoors, when you're away from help, if you happen to cut yourself really bad with a hatchet or something like that on your arm, you're not going to be walking around putting direct pressure on here.
Right, but a tourniquet, doesn't the tourniquet imply you are going to lose the limb?
No, absolutely
doesn't.
not.
Okay.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
In fact, tourniquets can be left in place. There's been studies that can be left in place for up to about 6 hours without any significant
6
tissue
hours,
damage.
okay.
You know, in fact, also, in speaking to some of my medical friends, tourniquets are commonly used in the ER during surgery to stop the flow of blood as they're repairing
Okay, well,
tissue and
because
all
you're
that.
in a hospital.
Of course,
with all
it's
that stuff.
yeah, but
And what's this little gadget? A pen to take notes with?
well, no, a pen to take notes with. This is what the tourniquet looks like. It's a
Okay.
minimum of 2 inches wide. This happens to be a combat application tourniquet from a North American Rescue.
Okay.
This is called the windlass. And the windlass is
twist
what you twist and crank it
Okay.
down.
I knew that. I was just kidding.
You didn't know that. I know
I
you
did
didn't.
know that. Yeah, I did.
You
know
know
that.
it was called the windlass?
I don't know what it was called, but I knew what it was.
Well, that's
used
what I'm
for.
saying. You didn't know what it was called.
No,
I'm just kidding.
Whatever.
Whatever.
Terminology. What are your black pills there? Those look like little ginseng pills.
Well, no, actually, you know, again, one of those things when you're in the outdoors, you may experience
it actually looks like those libido pills that whole Earth cells, right? And what are those?
charcoal caps.
Oh, charcoal.
Activated charcoal
For food poisoning.
for food poisoning and all that. Okay,
that's good.
A lot of
That's
people
good.
don't carry this, but it's something that they should. You can find this at a GNC, General Nutrition,
And when-
General Nutrition Center.
Okay, and when would you use charcoal tabs? What kind of bad water, stomach pain, what?
Yeah, if you start getting sick, any stomach ailments, if you feel that you've induced something, that
Okay.
you know you're reacting badly to. I can't even speak anymore.
I don't know what the problem is. He hasn't had
is.
his Pepsi today.
That's it.
My father.
Diet Coke, Christopher.
Coke.
We've gone through this
Diet
before.
Coke. My father used to say that his grandmother would tell him when you had a stomach ache or stomach pain, maybe from food poisoning, you make burnt toast and eat it. So that was the old world counterpart to
that is
charcoal
interesting.
pills, yeah.
That is interesting.
And everybody could make burnt toast.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, I burn my toast all the time.
Okay, well,
but that's a whole nother
What
thing.
else have you got here?
All right.
Rehydration salts?
Yeah, well, let's talk about this first.
Okay.
So, if you've eaten something bad, you've bound the toxins with this, you've probably had a case of diarrhea or vomiting.
Okay.
So you want to stop that right away, because what happens is your body starts to dehydrate.
Imodium. Okay.
Yeah, so basically some Imodium AD type stuff.
I said Imodium. Imodium. Okay.
Yeah, just something to settle the stomach.
Okay.
From there, because you've dehydrated, you're going to want to replace all the electrolytes and salts and whatnot. That's where the oral rehydration comes in.
There is a method to this madness.
Yeah, there absolutely is.
Okay,
So
good.
you have the oral rehydration to replace the electrolytes that you've lost over the course of vomiting and having your diarrhea spells.
Okay, sodium chloride, potassium chloride, trisodium citrate, that's for flavor probably, and glucose something.
Right.
So, okay, that's good.
Yeah.
That's very good.
Now, one of the other things, we all love to play with our campfires and all that, so getting burned is pretty common out there. So I carry
And
a
you
burn
get
dressing.
burned in more ways than one sometimes, right?
I've been burned in a lot of ways, and I've also done a lot of burning, but that's a
Okay.
whole nother story. Anyway, so some sort of burn-aid dressing.
Burn-aid dressing, okay.
This works wonders to cool the affected spot
Okay.
really quickly.
Is it like a commercial version of aloe vera, something like this?
Well, you know what? That's interesting, because if you have aloe vera, you can use that.
We'll show aloe vera on a future
Now-
segment.
Now, I wouldn't necessarily use aloe vera immediately to cool the burn area. I mean, you want to drench it in cold water, immediately cool it down, because it's like a steak. You know, you take a steak off the grill, and it's still the internal temperature, still cooking it from the inside. So you want to maintain constant cooling on that, so some cool water on there.
Before you put aloe on to help it heal.
Exactly, and that's the same thing. This is a bit different. This goes on directly when you experience the burn.
And this particular product you recommend, or are there others like this?
There's other products out there, but this is the one I carry.
Okay, very good. And
Afterbite.
Afterbite.
You know, for those times that you get bit by the mosquitoes or
That's
stuff.
what that's for?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
it relieves
Afterbite.
it relieves the sting.
Okay, so this would be plantain leaves that you would use and chew.
But you're
them
not
up.
going to come across plantain leaves all the time.
You wouldn't necessarily, but they are found all over the world.
Yeah, but not.
A world traveler like yourself should know all the places. where
Okay,
you
they
find
may be
plantain
found.
leaves.
They may be found all over the world, but not all over the place.
This is true. I don't see any right where we're sitting.
That's the whole point of having this.
Okay, well, this is true. I'm not debating with you. I'm merely explaining the shortcomings of only having this.
Well, what does that say?
Sodium bicarbonate, so it's baking soda.
Pretty much.
So I've got that in the bathroom.
Pretty
okay,
much.
with a little bit
So
of
I just
water.
wanted to point that out.
That's interesting. So you could carry baking soda in your pack, which you could use as something to clean, as a toothpaste. It's multi-purpose.
You know,
to
I
put
gotta tell you-
fires out. There's a lot of uses
Absolutely,
for
and I got to tell you something else about the baking soda. I have been using baking soda exclusively for over 15 years as a deodorant. I don't buy any of the antiperspirants.
that. And
It's
I'm telling you, folks, it ain't working.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Wow.
I just had to do
You
that.
just had to do that. Here, come here, buddy. Come here. No,
Okay.
but seriously, I've been using it exclusively. You can brush your teeth with it. It's just a multi-use item, and this is nothing more than
So there are many products, and not necessarily this one they'd need to buy.
right. Well, they have Stingies. This one's called Afterbite, but there's a product called Stingies that you could use in as well. But yeah, this is the more of the esoteric items that I carry. But I absolutely recommend this, because when you're out in the backcountry and all that, and you cut yourself, you're already in an environment that is really dirty and all that, and you want to clean those wounds as best possible, and this really does the job well.
Okay, and all of these you could get at places like CVS or pharmacies.
This
including
one I actually ordered on eBay. This thing only costs like $2 or $3.
Okay, and where would somebody find that?
Just 60cc irrigation syringe on eBay.
And you're not going to find this at CVS, are you?
No, but you can find Israeli bandages on eBay as well. You can find this on eBay as well. This is a combat application tourniquet.
And if you can't find them, contact Alan.
Yeah, I might be able to
Dirttime.
get it for you.
All right.
Anyway, there you go, Christopher. What do you think?
I think it's fantastic.
All right, I'm Alan Halcon, Christopher Nirgish. We'll see you next time on Dirttime.com.